sixth innings on it in 5 days. Got that right? Playing today, Saturday. We played Thursday. We played Tuesday.
There you go.
Yeah, fifth innings, but we'll have a sixth innings in a moment in 5 days. That's quite a way to cricket on it. I'm not sure where he's going to think to go for the sixth game. Might have to think about a fresh pitch. This is going to be a very daunting chase for Nepal, whatever USA finish with. See there, they're trying to muscle it. The pace has just gone out of the surface. Message here from Cricket Fact, who clearly is into his cricket numbers. He says, Depender's bowling average is around 40, his batting average is 17. Don't hype up one player just for their fielding.
Numbers are great, but numbers don't tell the full story. I think there's context with it behind the numbers that you just don't see. You don't get to see why certain things are the way they are. And again, I think one number that cricket lacks is a fielding tracker. Don't really have a run saved.
Big hit, and finally Harmeet Singh gets one out of the screws, and it might just be held up there in the crowd as well. Pace on from Gulshan Jah. Harmeet Singh, that favoured dominant bottom hand, gets it through it and gets it over long on all the way for 6 much needed runs. Some late momentum here for USA,
and that one's really come down to the length. It's just put it right in the slot for Harmeet Singh, who's looking to go over that region, and it's just come on to the bat nice. A little bit of pace on the ball, and he's got so much power. Once he connects, it always is going to go.
Tries to repeat the dose, but can't get anything on it. Jah's been expensive, isn't he? Gone for 71, still isn't over to bowl, potentially, unless Powell thinks of going to SHRE for the last. 259 for 6. Jaydesh gets in touch. He says, hashtag CWCL2 at cricket. Setups and contracts from the Cricket Association of Nepal. They're all full-time players. They're all well looked after now. Been a great focus on their development. Can get homesick. They've been here since the start of that Canada tour. I think they landed in Canada around the 5th or 10th of September. Probably about the 5th or 6th of September. It's over 2 months away from home. Completely different time zone. Might just be missing a few of their loved ones back home during this special time. Another one not out of the middle. Pachkalkvek is desperately trying a middle one, but it's all coming off the toe.
I think he'll be happy just to be able to get off strike and let Harmeet Singh get going. And I think the one thing Nepali cricketers will like is that these fans provide that kind of atmosphere and that family and that loved ones that they're going to be missing. At least you can see them all the way around and provide the energy to those Nepali boys. And one USA fan, he's just trying to egg them on, it seems like.
I like the way he's right in there with them, taking them on. Chip down the ground, long off is there, dropped. Anil Shah did the hard work. It went straight in and straight out. That could be costly, because there's not much hitting to come after Harmeet Singh. Wasn't an easy chance, but I think Anil Shah will have fancied himself to take it.
He got into a good position. Harmeet Singh just chipped it. He's had to move a long ways, but it's just hit the hands and come straight out. He's done all the hard work to get there. The key thing is getting to the position, and once you're there, you have to reward yourself. Dropped on 39. Harmeet Singh can really turn it around now.
Right into the block hole from Kami. Just the single. Mithun says, hello Lenny, nice to hear both you and Aman. He says, I was watching your live before the game and you got asked your favourite associate player and you said Vivian Kingma. I'm so upset. I thought it would be Depender Singh SHRE.
That's what I was thinking as well. I was surprised when you said Kingma, but
us bespectacled brethren, we got to stick together. It's impossible to pick one, let alone one from each country. There's so much talent and so much brilliance around all the associates. Just so many of them from so many of the teams, such good humans as well.
Yeah, they are. Again, it's because you see this great appreciation and just to be able to get to play cricket. So they're just so grateful to be out there. And it's fun just to be around really all the individuals.
He's swinging away like a rusty gate right now, isn't he, Shanti Van Schalkwyk? Can't get anything going, not for lack of effort. 8 deliveries remain. For Nepal, well, I think USA are well ahead of the game, whatever happens. But they could really do with just 8 good balls here. Keep it under 275 and maybe bat really well and somehow chase this total down.
Again, it's going to be all about the where in this wicket. It's going to be a Harmeet Singh Nash Kenjige day with the ball, and how do they survive those 20 overs of spin that you know you're going to get to see.
You also have to think that they'll field better than USA will field. I know they've not been at their best today, but you still think of the number of balls that have gone into the deep that I think when Nepal bat, they'll be thinking about 2, whereas when USA have been out there, it's really just been 1. Okay, 7 balls left. This should be a bit of a free hit. 2, 4 or 6 Van Schalkwyk once here. Harmeet Singh should be on strike for the final over. Gets it. Does he get enough of it? No, it's Dipendra Singh. How's he made that look so easy? Absolutely phenomenal judgment. Whilst the ball was in the air, he's looked back at the rope, not even tracked the ball, seen where his feet were, made sure to take the catch. Class catch from maybe the world's best fielder.
Well, the scorecard will just say he caught it, but this is what you don't have in cricket, those fielding stats, and it just shows you how valuable he is. The one thing as well, it's completely overcast, it's complete gloom. That ball is going to get lost in some of those white clouds that he's looking straight up into, and not only has he caught it, he's had the presence of mind to throw it back in, and it's just so easy. Again, he's just stood on the rope as calm as he could. Right there, he's looked down, and now, simple. Hands up, sunglasses will fall off right there. He's come, look down, throw it up, and then the agility to use the 1 foot to keep himself away and made that ending look so effortless. He's lit up the fans, and that's why you put him in the team, because he does things like that. That's 6 runs for most fielders in the world.
Incredible, utterly incredible. We had such a good view of it here from our commentary position as well. I don't think we got across how good that was. Harmeet Singh hits one over the head of Kushal Bertel at long off. How's he got that there for 6? An outstanding shot. Bertel thought he was going to have a catch, but it just kept going.
You mentioned the funny areas Harmeet Singh can get the ball into, and he gets them into funny ways. It's because of the way the bat comes down, almost always angled down. And he's just sliced that one. He's got pace on for the first time, and he sat back on the length. He's waited for it, just sliced it over. A lot of power on that bottom hand. Anything with pace on's got to go. It's got to beat the slower ones, the cutters from Gochanja for the last 5.
Yeah, brilliant shot, and this has been a fine hand again from Harmeet Singh. Harmeet Singh really coming back to haunt Nepal. Remember, he was dropped as well. It's going to be 50 brought up with a boundary. Harmeet Singh is driving USA up north of that 275. What a knock it has been. Batting of the highest quality. Yes, he had that life, but it's come at a good rate. Really good strike rate with plenty of boundaries. And USA, they really needed this knock, didn't they, from Harmeet Singh? 3 4s, 2 6s. It's another ODI 50 for him.
Yeah, quite brilliant, this knock. Again, it's shades what we saw that first time they took on Nepal. A quick fire 50 at the back end of the innings. And think about without Harmeet Singh and where you were in that 42nd over when he walks in. Could have easily been at a point where you don't get to 275. And he's taken to the bowlers, again, on tough surface that's just starting to wear a bit with tough bowling. He's done real well.
Rare dot ball. Well, Gochanja, I believe, I'm going to need to get deep into the record books to check this, but he is very much on the precipice of what I believe is going to be an unwanted record. don't think there's a Nepal bowler who's gone for more in an ODI than the figures he has today. And makes it all the more amusing that he's bowled all 10 overs. Big appeal. No interest from the umpire again. Asif Sheikh interested, Gulshan Jah not. Russell Warren, his kind of trademark has been not out. Doesn't have any interest there.
Yeah, it's really just Asif Sheikh that went up, wasn't it? He's come straight through. Then Asif Sheikh again right away. Hand goes straight up. Gulshan Jah, he wasn't convinced. Looked like he was turning around and to go back. It looked closer. Was that little seam wobble?
There was movement, wasn't there, in and around the time the ball was passing the bat. But again, we wanted the technology here that the close-ups be able to show you. More importantly for the moment, 2-dot balls for Jah fighting back. He's been dispatched down the ground, 6 more. Pace on has not been the way to go. I think that's what Sampal Kami said to him. You can see Scotland training in the background there. They need to look out. And they are now the most expensive figures by any Nepal bowler in a one-day international. Gulshan Jah has gone for 87.
It's a brilliant shot here from Harmeet Singh, but again, it's the length that's the problem. It's right in the slot. It's where Harmeet Singh wants it. You're not jamming him for room. He plays with the bottom hand and lets that clear the way up. Nepal fans know it, and you can see them cheering because they're on the big board, but they weren't cheering just a moment ago. Watching their team get sent for 6 here. That's already 16 runs in this final over, and USA putting up some big runs on a wicket that's wearing, that's going to be tough to score on in the second innings, still with overcast conditions.
You sense this late burst from Harmeet Singh is just putting USA further in the box seat. Momentum's always a big thing. In between the innings, USA taking that momentum in, already 16 off the final over. You make that 22, I think, unless he's not got enough of it. He hasn't. He's holed out. It will make Jah's figures look a little better, but he's been very expensive. Ironically, it's Anil Shah who takes the catch, who did put him down off Sampal Kami. Jah has 3 wickets to his name, but he's gone for 87. Nepal, having won the toss, chosen to bowl first. They haven't had a particularly good 3.5 hours, have they? There's been occasional highlights, but ultimately USA have got the better of this first innings. Finally, Jah takes the pace off. It means that Harmeet Singh can't get it over the rope. And after a really entertaining first innings, where USA, for me, have been so good, man, really impressed by their efforts with the bat, they'll post 287 for 8.
And again, they just weathered that initial storm where Gaurav Casey was bowling well, and that Gaurav Casey injury just started a downhill spiral for Nepal where they weren't consistent, they didn't find the right lengths to bowl, and they just allowed Monak Patel and Saimul Kamala to ease their way into the innings. Even Aaron Jones was able to ease his way, and then throughout that middle phase, you just felt the bowling was never threatening. Big credit to USA for the way they played. They were able to put up 281 runs when we didn't think 281 was really going to be possible with the conditions. But I thought Nepal let them off the hook on countless occasions and allowed them to tally up this total.
Let's get a look at the cards. We'll start with the batting card. I'll just pop in a moment that Harmeet Singh was caught by Anil Shah off the bowling of Gulshan Jah. Look at that, down goes our cherry picker as well. That's a great shot, that. We'll just give you that beauty shot instead. The guys are rightly coming in to get their food. There is the update. Anil Shah, the catcher, did put down Harmeet Singh on what was he on, about
39
at the time, so that cost arguably 20 runs, probably more like 10, because the other batters would have got something. 14 extras, 8 bowlers used. By far the biggest surprise, Dipender Singh Airi just 1 over. And for a 12-over period, 2 left-handers, or about 12 overs to go, 2 left-handers at the crease.
Yeah, again, just felt that Dipender Singh Airi could have bowled more, but even throughout the options, you look at Lamajane's figures, a 2 for 48. I think they would have lied to you just a little bit. Wasn't as consistent as you'd like to. Gushamala, for me, probably the pick of the bowlers. Just how consistent he was in his 6 overs. The only bit of pressure you really felt was building. 2 wickets for Sompogami, a wicket for Bertel, but really I thought it was just a lack of consistency all throughout Nepal's day with the ball in hand.
And you can see that in the economy rates. I agree with you. The only one really to do is his basics, right? Within his game, he can only control what he's doing with the ball. Was Kushal Malla possibly under-bowled himself alongside Dipender SHRE? It has been, well, a confounding innings, one that we have found difficult to describe. To your points, we've got 30 minutes to go and rest and get some food into us. With all those lovely photos of the Momo you've been sending us, you made us very hungry indeed. Don't go anywhere too far. Maybe time for a little bit of food back home, a hot drink. Or maybe, since it's a Saturday night, you can pour yourself something stronger. Either way, do come back and join us in about 25 minutes time from now. Nepal, they're going to need a reasonably unlikely 282 to win.